I'm just making a video.
Yes. Why?
I'm just recording around the city.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a public building, no?
It is a public building.
Yeah.
But obviously it's sensitive as well because it's a police station.
I understand that. Yeah. But it's a matter of public interest paid by the public, so I'm just going to take a step back so I can actually see you on the camera. So you can see I've got a mask on. But yeah, it's a public building, matter of public interest. We pay for it with our taxes. As a member of the public, I have every right to come and record it. And that's exactly what I'm doing.
I'm just asking.
As I said, I've just been walking around, making a little tour of the city, giving people information on what's what, where's where. So you see that van there is actually parked on double yellow lines. I know it's past the boundary. That's double yellow lines there, no?
It doesn't matter.
I know. I'm just saying it's actually public property. It's owned by the public, but I understand it's beyond. I understand it's beyond. But you keep not stepping towards me. I've asked. I want to keep distance.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I ask your name and collar number?
My collar number is 340.
340. Again, you're stepping towards me, and I'm asking you not to. I'm just trying to keep distance. I'm having a conversation.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
I'm asking reasonable questions of you.
And I'm answering them. Yes.
But you can understand my sensitivity about you filming the police station.
Well,
Man that you are.
I'm just walking around making a video of the city. It is my right to do so. Yep. And that's all I'm doing.
Arguing that.
Well, there you go.
But you seem to be spending particular attention on this police station. I'm wondering what the purpose is. What is the purpose of this video?
I'm just wandering around making some video.
Okay.
That's all.
Right.
So, am I detained?
No, you're not detained.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.
But you are currently on police station property.
So I believe this is a public sidewalk.
It's not. That is a public sidewalk. This is the curtilage of the police station.
There are no signs here saying trespassing or private property. So this is actually public access. You have a barrier just there. Beyond that, I wouldn't go beyond that. That is restricted.
The police station
I understand. Okay, again, you're stepping very close towards me, and I'm asking you.
Back to the sidewalk, then?
I will step where I like. I am within my rights to step here. I can step right up to that boundary if I'd like to do that.
No, you can't.
I absolutely can. It's publicly accessible property, paid by the public, and I'm well within my rights to do so.
I think you've got your rights slightly skewed.
Right from the first second, you can feel it. This isn't just a casual exchange outside a police station. This is about power, perception, and who really understands the law. On one side, you've got an officer standing in front of a publicly funded building. On the other, a citizen calmly filming in broad daylight. Sounds simple, right? It never is. What starts as a routine, what are you doing, quickly spirals into a masterclass on rights, body cam policy, terrorism thresholds, and the age-old question, can authority handle being observed? Watch closely, because the tension doesn't explode. It simmers. The officer thinks this is about suspicion. Thinks this is about principle. And when those two mindsets collide, somebody's credibility gets tested. The real twist? The person enforcing the rules might not be the one who knows them best. Stay with this, because it escalates in subtle but revealing ways.
Obviously you're filming the front gate of a police station, and literally directly where the keypad is, where our officers are putting their codes in.
Right.
And for us it's just a bit suspicious, and also a little bit of kind of a terrorist threat as well. I'm not saying anything, but it is.
It's a possibility, isn't it?
It's a possibility, isn't it? And it's
Very low possibility.
It's something that we need to kind of challenge.
Very low possibility.
Yeah.
It's also a possibility that we might get 40-degree weather today, but it's highly unlikely.
Okay, what you're saying.
If you called us, we call if you were just having a
I'm just being as reasonable as you're being. You know.
From our point of view, we just want to understand your intentions and why obviously you were filming.
That's fine. I appreciate
So
that.
what would that be?
Unfortunately, I don't answer questions.
No, is it for like a YouTube channel? Is it for like auditing or something like that?
Again, I don't answer questions, buddy.
What a 19.
We'll come back to them.
Well, if I come back to you, just got a minute.
So obviously in this climate.
Yeah?
Sorry. Yeah.
Sorry, I don't actually want to engage with you. That's why I walked away and stopped engaging.
Still engage with you as
You
well.
can, but I can also just ignore you. So don't just say sir like I have to stand around and talk to you.
I'll get that.
Okay.
You may or may not want to listen, so you can engage with you as well. To this day and age, unfortunately, appears to be a real terrorism threat, which is why they followed here, so people don't come driving.
What's the current terrorist threat level?
I think it's kind of just in the middle, of the
It's substantial.
Yeah, so
That's what it is at the moment.
attack is not likely, but it's not unlikely.
Okay. Do you know, since this new system of substantial, severe, and that, substantial is the lowest it's ever been.
Okay. No,
It's never been lower than that, so that's like the baseline. So don't throw around words like terrorism when it's the... No, I can't. No, I can't. I know what you're going to say, and no, I can't.
The keypad to the entrance of the police station is a bit suspicious.
So you're making an assumption of what I'm filming here, aren't you?
You're
You
very
are?
close to the keypad,
Well,
aren't you?
I said when I got there, are you filming? And you said yes.
Yes, but you're assuming that I'm filming the keypad.
That's the way your camera was angled.
You can see my screen from where you were sat in your car, can you? You can see what on my camera
where
was.
the
You can see
camera
how
was
zoomed in I was. Maybe I was zoomed in on
where
you.
the
Maybe I was
camera
zoomed in on your front wheel.
Opening move. What are you doing? It sounds innocent, casual, but listen to the tone shift when public building enters the conversation. That phrase changes everything. Because once something is acknowledged as public, the legal ground shifts too. Now the officer pivots, not arguing it's private, just hinting it's sensitive. That word is doing a lot of heavy lifting here. Sensitive doesn't automatically mean restricted. Paid for by taxpayers doesn't magically become off limits because it feels uncomfortable. This is where a lot of these encounters live, in that gray area between discomfort and law. So ask yourself, if filming a public building is legal, why does it instantly raise eyebrows? Is it about security or about control?
Would you like to give us your name and details?
Can you give me yours?
Yeah, PCY 2420 Alpha Whiskey.
Thank you. And you, sir?
PC Hardy, 2968.
2968 Alpha Whiskey. You both based here, are you?
Yes, we are. So would you like to give us your details too?
No, absolutely not.
I didn't think you would.
Why would I?
That's all it is, mate. It's to
We've given
understand.
you our details.
Yeah, but you're obliged to because you're engaging with me as a police officer, aren't you, as a constable? So you're obliged to. A member of the public's not obliged to do
and we
anything.
can engage with you just as equally.
Yeah, absolutely, of course you can. But again, I've already told you that I don't want to be engaged with. I would consider this now harassment. I've walked away from you.
Okay.
You followed me to continue with engaging with me.
Harassment, the course of conduct times 2. So you know what harassment is?
I do, absolutely. Course of conduct to convince a member of the public to disengage from a lawful activity or engage in an activity that they're not lawfully obliged to do. And it's been on more than one occasion. I told you I don't want to engage. You followed me. I did move away from you. You followed me to continue this conduct. So yes, I would now say that this is harassment at this point.
All it is for us is just it's a bit suspicious, and we want to find out obviously why you're filming. That's
You know what I
I
find?
understand people make YouTube channels, people are auditors, they have a right to film in public.
Can I tell you what I find suspicious? A silent fart after curry night.
Sorry?
A silent fart after curry night. That's what I find.
That's very funny.
That's what I find suspicious. It's about as suspicious as what this is. So
You intend to be here long?
as long as I want to be. Absolutely.
Right, we'll go and speak to the relevant people, alright?
Okay.
It just might be, mate. Look, because of obviously it looks a little bit suspicious. You might just continue to get stopped.
And I'll
it
tell them
might
exactly
cause
the same
cause
thing.
you aggro, that's all.
Not cause be any aggro. Did either of you turn your body cameras on when you approached?
Yeah, of
It
course
is on,
we do.
yes.
You did. Is there a reason?
You film us, we can film you.
I'm not saying you can't. Absolutely you can. It's everybody's right to film in public. Not a problem. Can I just ask why you didn't follow your policies and notify a member of the public when you started recording them? According to the Home Office, according to the
I'm
MPS.
not sure if you are aware of all the policies.
Would you like me to bring it up on my phone, miss? I will read it
Are
to
you
you.
referring to Google?
No, it's the
Obviously, when
MPS.
it's practicable, yes, but
Oh, and when has it
Okay.
not been practicable in this
well,
situation?
it's a bit of a threat that you're stood in the entrance of the
So
police
you
station.
can't approach with, good afternoon, we want to talk to you, just let you know
My
you're
number
being
one
recorded.
priority is to find out why you're filming the front gate of a police station.
Look,
which
the only
still, with respect,
time-
sir, you haven't told us why.
The only time it is excusable for you not to announce it is if you're going into a situation and it's straight away you're going hands on to detain or arrest somebody. Otherwise,
I think
you
you're
can't.
misinformed.
There's no reason. I'm sorry. I will literally, okay, bring this up for you and I will read it for you verbatim and I'll show you the
I'm not
document.
going to have conversation on stuff that I don't think is applicable, right?
Why is it
We
not
are allowed-
applicable?
security staff, they have body worn.
Okay.
So do we.
Yep. The Metropolitan Police, updated September 2020. It's the most recent document.
You seem very invested.
It's the most recent document. This paragraph here, all right? I'm going to let you read it with me. This one here. Body-worn video is an overt system and should not be used for covert recording other than in exceptional circumstances and where the necessary authorities have been granted.
And this is not an exceptional circumstance.
No, let me finish. Okay? As body-worn video is overt recording, officers must declare wherever possible when they are commencing audio and visual recording during each and every encounter. So again, because you haven't come out and you haven't grabbed me, you're not detaining me or arresting me, there is absolutely no reason, no excuse for not starting the conversation. You said a lot of things during this conversation, and you're telling me not one of those things could have been, by the way, sir, you're being recorded. Not one of them.
No, sir, whenever possible.
Yes. And again, when was that not possible? Yeah, so again, when was that not possible?
Well, like I said earlier, my priority was to speak to you first to establish why you're filming the
And whilst you're speaking to me, again, you said a lot of things during this conversation. Why could not one of those things be, by the way, you're being recorded?
Crucial moment. 3 words that define everything. Am I detained? It's the pressure test. Because if the answer is no, the interaction changes entirely. Notice how quickly the tone shifts once detention is ruled out. The citizen asserts the right to leave calmly and clearly. And here's the thing. That question isn't confrontational. It's procedural. It forces clarity. If you're not detained, you're free to go. If you're detained, the officer needs lawful grounds. Simple framework. But watch what happens next. Instead of ending there, the discussion pivots into property boundaries. Now we're debating pavement versus police station grounds. This is where many encounters quietly escalate, not through shouting, but through refusal to disengage.
Pardon?
Do you have ID?
My ID?
Yeah.
What do you need ID for?
Because you're filming inside the police station and I don't know you.
I don't know you either. Who are you?
Right. Why are you filming?
Sorry, who are you?
My name's DC Long, I work here.
DC Long. Have you got your warrant card, DC Long?
Yes, I do have my warrant card.
Lovely. Claire Long, 5408, thank you. And
Lovely.
yourself, ma'am?
Yeah, I'm 845.
And your rank? Your DC as
Detective
well.
Constable,
845,
yeah.
thank you, appreciate it.
Who are
Right,
you?
so
Pardon?
who are you?
I'm a private citizen.
Right, obviously you are.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
what's your name?
Pardon?
What's your name?
Well, what's my name important for?
Because you're filming inside the police station, we are obviously at high risk of terrorism and things like that. So
How are you at high risk of terrorism?
we are as a country at the moment.
Are
aren't
we?
Yeah, we are.
What are we at
absolutely.
now? What's the threat level on terrorism?
Substantial.
And when was the last time it was lower than substantial?
Listen.
Exactly. It hasn't been
Listen.
lower than substantial since it was first posted on the website.
Right, okay.
On the
So
on the
why are
MI5
you
website.
filming
So it's never
inside the
been
police-
lower.
Why are you filming
Let me finish what I'm
inside of the
saying.
police
Let me finish what I'm
station?
saying. It's never been lower than substantial. So that's like the
Right,
baseline.
okay.
So saying that it's heightened is untrue.
Right, okay.
But yeah. How you doing, guys?
How you doing? You alright?
Yeah, not bad.
Can we leave
Well, I
your
was.
gents?
I was alright, and then.
Right, okay.
You guys. Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
he was using the mobile phone,
Yeah.
looking at
Yeah.
inside.
You're gonna love it when I
car
get a
park,
drone over in a
etc.
minute.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're right.
Yeah. Not bad. Oh, I was. Yeah.
We'll just let them.
Instead of letting them go, why don't you do it in their presence and say that I'm doing nothing wrong while they're here, so then they learn?
Well,
That's probably the best way to
Yeah,
go about it,
yeah.
isn't it? Because now they're going to go away and they're going to think that you're going to move me on, which isn't going to happen.
No.
So you should really do it in front of them and say to them, look, he's not doing anything wrong, and you should educate them, use the opportunity.
Yeah, we'll get there. I know.
But
Alright. So let's go. Oh, it's all going on. Everyone's coming back.
yeah. Well, it's just been an arrest down the road, but I don't think it was
Yeah,
any of
yeah.
that lot. No.
Alright.
Yeah. How you doing today, mate? Sorry.
All
Hi.
good.
Yes, good.
Yeah, I better get back in, got stuff to do. But
Yeah.
you know the job. I don't need to tell you, do I?
No. I said, just gonna get some.
The word nobody throws around lightly. Terrorism. Notice how it's framed. Not saying anything, but it's a possibility. That's strategic language. It plants a seed without making a direct accusation. But here's the tension. Suspicion under UK law requires something more concrete than optics. Filming near a keypad might look unusual, but unusual doesn't equal unlawful. And when terrorism enters the chat, the stakes instantly rise. It's emotional. It's powerful. But is it justified? The counter's not with aggression, but with knowledge, referencing threat levels and pointing out that substantial is the long-standing baseline. That's a bold move. Now, the officers aren't just questioning him. Their own understanding is under the microscope. And you can feel the confidence.
Be coming in, just be careful of where you park your bike. He was literally trying to come in. All right, but yeah, so next time I'd recommend.
Because I want to make sure.
Yeah, I understand that. Obviously, you can pull over safely to the side and do so.
What's your name?
Pardon?
What's your name?
What's your name?
Liz.
Liz.
So I'm this police officer that's in charge.
Oh,
of this
Chief Superintendent.
location.
Oh, okay,
Have
lovely.
you got any ID on you, please?
Why would I need ID?
Have you got any ID on you, please?
Come on
Otherwise
in.
I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
Come on, Superintendent. You don't just go around demanding ID from the members of the public.
I'd certainly do if they're counter-terrorism risk.
Counter-terrorism risk? What makes it a counter-terrorism risk?
Filming our officers.
As I explained to the person on the bike, I don't even know who that is.
Okay, if you...
But I'm just waiting for some marked vehicles to come in and out.
So, would you mind me asking, just asking, what are you doing here? You just...
As I've just explained twice now, once to the person on the bike and one on the to this lady.
Mate, listen. You can't really be outside police stations.
Okay, before you go ahead with the search, can I just say one more thing?
Yeah.
I would highly recommend that you look up a memo from the National Police Chiefs Council regarding people filming in public places, regarding social media vloggers and police stations. I would highly recommend it before you land yourself a lawsuit.
Listen.
And that's you do what you
feel comfortable with that.
you do what you got to do.
Very comfortable
You do what you got. I will not say now. I do not consent to any searches. I know lawfully I don't have to, but I want to make that clear.
Regardless of your ability to film things in a public setting,
Right.
Obviously, you raise our awareness and our suspicion, particularly in an environment of severe CT risk.
And who are you? Sorry.
I'm Inspector Tarek McKinsey.
Inspector
Tarek McKinsey.
McKinsey. That's a cool name. I like that. And have you got a warrant number there?
Yeah, I do. 243581.
243501. Thank you. And do you have a warrant number? Sorry.
Mate, listen.
Sorry,
Instead of being obstructive.
you were gonna, no, I'm not being obstructive. I'm trying to get relevant information.
Listen to me for a second, all right?
No, I don't have to listen to you, do I?
You don't.
Exactly.
Okay, fine.
So you give me your warrant number. Do you have a warrant number, Superintendent, please?
We're not going to engage with any further.
Listen.
Well, you are, because you're saying that you're going to search me, so you would have to give your information at that point anyway, wouldn't you?
Can you grab one of the uniform law?
And you're Charlie Wynn, so you're a constable, thank you. But, am I being detained at this moment? Am I currently detained?
Yeah, uniforms
No.
who are equipped and everything to do with
Okay, so I'm not detained.
Not at this precise
Okay,
moment.
not at this precise moment. Well, again, as I said, you've got smartphones. I would highly recommend you look up this memo, okay? This memo is a key piece of evidence in court on these lawsuits.
I'm not disputing the fact that you're not allowed to film in a
Absolutely.
public setting, but the fact that you're here and filming police
No,
vehicles...
but the memo clearly states that filming outside a police station is not enough grounds for a Section 43 search, okay? And that is the key point of evidence that will win me this lawsuit.
Filming outside a police station, you're filming. You've told a colleague you're filming vehicles, that's capturing the
Marked
data
vehicles.
and things like that.
Marked vehicles.
Irrelevant.
No, we pay for them. Members of the public, as through our taxes, we pay for them. They're
You're
not
allowed to
secret
do it, but
information.
we can also search
They're not
you
secret.
to look into that.
No. You have to have grounds to search me.
Yeah, I do.
No. You have to have objection. So do you suspect me being a terrorist?
You're also filming people police officers coming out who are not who are not wearing uniform.
No. You're making an assumption. You're making an assumption there.
The officer just came out and said you were filming.
We're stepping into legal chess territory. The word harassment isn't thrown casually. It signals escalation. There argues there's a course of conduct. Repeated engagement after clearly stating he doesn't want interaction. That's a serious claim under UK law. But here's the nuance. Officers also have a duty to investigate reasonable suspicion. So the tension becomes this. At what point does inquiry become intrusion? There's no shouting match here. No chouse. Just a battle of definitions. Biz drawing a line. I've answered enough. The officers believe the suspicion justifies continuing. And this is where public perception often decides the winner. If you were watching this unfold in real time, who would you think crossed the line first?
The memo clearly says it, and the fact that I've made you aware of this memo is going to win me the lawsuit.
Look, that's absolutely fine.
It's absolutely fine.
It's fine for you to have that opinion.
It's not an opinion, it's fact. I've already got one lawsuit against the MPS for this exact reason.
Well, look, I'm not going to debate those situations, okay? Is anyone available?
We're just going to ask a question if someone can pop down, but yeah. No, it should come out on the radio.
Yeah, by me, okay.
Well, I might just stick around, to be honest. Might go. But
that's within your gift, right?
Well, apparently, because I'm not detained, but you suspect me of being a terrorist because you said you're going to detain me. You're waiting for a uniform to come and detain me. So clearly, you suspect me of being a terrorist.
We'll be more comfortable doing a search when we've got body-worn footage as well. All right.
So you're not going to detain me until the uniform gets here. You're just going to wait. At which point I could just walk away, potentially be a terrorist, as you're saying you suspect.
It's a developing situation.
It's not, because if you genuinely suspected me of being a terrorist, you would be physically detaining me, wouldn't you?
You're being provocative, in my opinion, and I think you're doing that on purpose.
No, I'm trying to reason with you, Inspector.
You're not being reasonable because you're interrupting me non-stop. I'm trying to talk, you keep cutting in.
You interrupt me as well.
No, I've let you speak. You've said you've made your piece. I've explained what we're looking to do.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's fine.
But it's not fine. That's the issue, Inspector, is that it's not fine. You cannot abuse. You used to have Section 44.
I'm not abusing.
You don't have to talk.
You
don't have to talk. Do you know you used to have Section 44? Do you know why that got repealed? For this exact reason, didn't it? Didn't it, Chief Superintendent?
Why are you filming us now?
Pardon?
Why?
Well, for my own protection. You've just said that you're going to detain and search me. As you said, you want body-worn footage. I want my own record as well.
We want to make sure officers are safe, so we want to take.
And I want to make sure members of the public are safe from tyrants like yourselves. So if you're going to abuse Section 43, I cannot stop you from doing that, obviously. And I won't resist you. I'm not going to aid you, but I won't resist you. And you will end up with a civil suit, and you will both be up on disciplinary matters.
We're going to wait for the uniform. I think we've both said our piece here.
No, I haven't finished saying my piece, actually.
You're free to talk.
I know I'm free to talk. I have rights. You don't have to respond. You've said multiple times you're not going to continue engaging, yet you do. As I said, I've made you aware of the memo.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you're refusing to even look it up. I've made you aware, and neither of you are making any sort of concerted effort to look up this memo, to double-check the facts before you get a uniformed officer down here to detain me and search me and abuse my human rights. No, you're abusing my rights.
Pulling out a phone and doing research right now. I don't know who you are. I don't know anything.
You could get this constable to do it. You could get the chief superintendent to do it.
A little bit under control. That's absolutely fine. Right?
Well, sorry, what's your name, Chief? Elizabeth Chappell, and was it Sergeant McKinsky? And your warrant number, sorry? 238826. Thank you. Just so I know exactly who to reference in the complaint to the IOPC.
Absolutely fine.
Absolutely. I will not be bullied by a threat of a search from exercising my right. You know we have human rights in this country. Do you remember your oath? Do either of you remember your oath? No, I doubt that you do you?
We're not going to be
You don't have to, but I can still talk and I can still ask questions. Okay. Neither of you remember your oath. You swore an oath to the crown of this country to uphold the human rights of the people. I have an Article 10 right to exercise my freedom of expression. That's exactly what I'm doing.
You don't have the right to film police officers.
I absolutely do. Anywhere in a public place, yes, I do. So you're going to come. You're going to come and get a uniform to come with a body-worn camera who has the right to record me, but I don't have the right to record you. Yeah, but she just said I don't have the right to. Which I absolutely... You just said you don't have the right to record police officers.
You've raised our suspicions that
well, you're raising my suspicions right now of absolute tyrannical constables. And it's disgusting that it's a superintendent and an inspector. Absolutely despicable.
Okay, no problem.
You keep saying no problem, but it is a huge problem. A huge, huge, huge problem. Oh yeah. Pardon? Just having a look at your cars now, really. Just saw this PC was idling up there, and I figured she was going to be coming out in a second. So yeah, just waiting for. Oh my days! Oh, so we got an inspector, a PC,
yeah.
PC, inspector. So we got 4 police officers for a man with a camera. But it's quite intimidating, isn't it? Having 4 people come out.
There's private vehicles there as well as vehicles that are unmarked.
Sure, but
I'm just wondering what your purpose
but it's quite intimidating having 4 officers come out and accost somebody with a camera.
You're here on police premises.
Yeah, but like 4 people.
We need to establish whether there's a security issue.
Okay.
So, do you want to talk to me about what you're here for? I've got no issue with you filming, but as I've said, there's private vehicles.
Yeah, it's not my intention to get those. If they're in the background of a shot, they're in the background of a shot. But I'm not here to. I'm not.
Doing a news piece. Do you want an interview? I'll talk to you if you'd like to have an interview.
Not particularly. No, just want to have a look around. That's all. Just like to look around.
I saw you obviously trying to walk around there. So I was just wondering.
You should be careful with the information that you say like that, because I wasn't trying to walk around there at all. I was stood there for a good 4 minutes watching you in your...
Up until now, the focus has been on the citizen's camera. Suddenly, the spotlight flips to police body-worn video policy. And this isn't random, it's strategic. Body cameras are designed to be overt. Transparency is the selling point. So when he asks why recording wasn't announced, it's about consistency. If civilians must be transparent, shouldn't officers be too? The officer argues priority was engagement.